Do you ever wonder why your roofing company isn't showing up in the Google Maps? Check out this video. Let's talk about what can be hurting your rankings in the Google Maps. First, you need an office in the city you're targeting to rank well in the Google Maps. So if you go to Google and type in the city name that you want to rank for, Google's going to show you a boundary of that city. If your address is outside of that boundary, Google knows that you are not in that city. Even if you're in kind of an unincorporated area, or your mailing address is still that city, if it's outside of that boundary, that could be hurting your ranking in the map section. If you are in a suburb and you're trying to rank for the main city in your area, that's also going to hurt you. So making sure that your office is in the city that you're trying to rank for. Another thing that could be hurting you is trying to spam Google with fake locations. Post office boxes, UPS store addresses, some virtual offices. There are a lot of addresses out there that Google just knows that it's not a real business address, and that could be hurting your rankings. Having an inconsistent name, address, and phone number across the internet. These are what we refer to as citations. A citation is your name, address, and phone number in a website directory. And a website directory, some examples of this would be Yelp, Yellow Pages, Yellow Book, Brown Book, Better Business Bureau, Facebook. All of these are citations. Your Home Advisor listing would be a citation. If you're GAF Master Elite, your profile on the GAF website is a citation. So having your name, address, and phone number extremely consistent across all of those directories, all of those citations, will help you get the best rankings in the map section. Did you spam your city in your company name? That could also be hurting you. So if you added your city to try to trick Google, the more you're trying to trick Google, Google's algorithms are getting smarter. They're just going to continue to pound you down around that. Sometimes it works because Google only knows how to read, but Google is trying harder and harder and making it more and more difficult to do these spammy things in your maps listing. Another thing that could be hurting you is that you just don't have enough reviews, right? Reviews establish trust in your business. People trust a review online as much as a recommendation from a friend or family member. So having great reviews helps in your maps listing. Even if you're showing up in the maps listing, if the companies you're showing up in the 3-pack around you, if they have a better reputation or more reviews than you do, you're probably not going to get the phone call. So there are a lot of things that could be hurting you in your maps listing. Make sure you're in the city that your office is in the city that you're trying to rank for. Don't try to spam Google. Make sure that your name, address, and phone number is consistent across all directories online, and have enough good reviews. Would you like to know our proven formula for getting ranked in the 3-pack in the map section on Google? All right, we're going to go over our proven formula on how to get ranked in the map section. The first thing that you're going to do is claim and optimize your Google My Business listing. The second thing that you're going to do is build citations with consistency around your name, address, and phone number. The next thing you're going to do is get lots of great reviews, and then you're going to do some on-page optimization on your website that's going to really provide the juice with your Google My Business listing. Let's start by making sure that you have a Google My Business listing account. If you don't, go and get signed up for one. Get the postcard mailed to you, verify it, and get your listing live and active. Make sure that your company name is on your Google My Business listing as your true company name. Don't add any city keywords or spammy stuff to it. Add your website address. This is an inbound link to your website, and there's a strong correlation between your website and your Google My Business listing. Use a local phone number. 800 numbers really don't do the trick. Use a local address. Avoid P.O. boxes or UPS stores. Use personal photos, pictures of yourself, your team, your staff, pictures of your office, of your wrap trucks, of a job being completed. People connect and resonate with people, right? So leverage that. Avoid a service area business. It has become apparent recently in Google Maps that if you don't have a physical location and you're just using a service area map, that you're just not going to get the best results from your Google Maps listing. Make sure to list your hours of operation and select the services that you offer. Add those photos on a consistent basis. Leverage Google Posts by posting, frequently, weekly or daily, even if you're able to. Respond to reviews. It's important for homeowners to see that conversation. Most of the time we'll only respond to the bad reviews, but responding to good reviews is also a great thing that you can do. If anyone asks you a question through your Google My Business listing, make sure to get that question answered. Get lots and lots of citations across the web. Develop consistency in your name, address, and phone number in all of those directories. Limit the number of duplicates and incorrect business information across those directories. There are tools that you can use to build out these citations. So there's software called like Yext, Synup. There are a lot of ways to get this done. You don't have to manually build each citation by itself. This also allows you to get listed in the major data aggregators, which then distribute this your name, address, and phone number out through multiple directories. You can use a tool by a website called Bright Local. It's a citation building tool. Some really good citations to have for roofing contractors: Home Advisor, unfortunately, Yellow Pages, Thumbtack, Better Business Bureau, Angie's List, Yelp, Porch. All of these are important. Whatever manufacturers that you are a preferred contractor with, that is a great place to have your name, address, and phone number listed on their website. You got to get lots of great reviews. Leverage tools to request reviews after every job is complete. But no matter what tool you use, you will not get reviews if you don't ask. So really build that into your culture. Really build that into your sales process to ask for reviews. You can also, send a thank you card with a QR code that drives them to leave your review. You can leave a printed card. You can send a mailer. But asking is the most important thing. Train your crew, your staff, to deliver a world-class experience. Delivering a world-class experience is really going to drive those reviews. Have someone on your team make a call after the job is completed. Say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Homeowner, it really helps our business. It helps other people understand the quality of work that we do. Would you be willing to leave us a review on Google? Build a review and recognition culture. So reward your team members, financially, with a trophy, a wrestling belt, whatever it is to motivate them into asking for those reviews. On-page optimization, right? Optimizing your website to help rank your Google My Business listing. So on-page is huge for local maps rankings. So you need pages about each and every service that you provide in great detail. What I'd like for you to do is to go to Google and type in commercial roofing companies. Then scroll down to the map section. A lot of times you're going to find in their map section that says their website mentions commercial roofing. This company provides flat roof services or things like that. That's because Google is reading their website. So if you have a page, great detail about the page, about the services you provide on your website, you have a much greater chance of being ranked in the map section. You also want to have service area pages with links to the cities nearby. And this really kind of helps define to Google what your service area is. You want to have your full name, address, and phone number in the footer of your website, linking to your Google My Business listing, right? So it's providing that correlation. Google has your website on your Google My Business listing. Now your website links back to your Google My Business listing. Having that on your website, having that link to your Google My Business listing really provides a correlation to Google. between the two.